Good afternoon, everyone. This is Shayla and welcome back to my channel. And today I am going to show you how I put this paper bag journal together. I'm not going to do any decorations or anything like that. I'm just going to show you how to do the basic journal. And this time I used some smaller bags, and instead of folding them in half this way, I kept them straight up and down. So this is how I created this, and I will link this to this video of the finished journal down below this one. Oops, some glue sticking there. But I really loved how this came out. It's going to be hard to give this one up because it's so pretty, and I just love it. So anyway, let's go on. Okay, so you're going to start off with six paper bags. Doesn't matter the size. You could do this probably in the bigger sizes. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm sure it will work. But all you got to do if you change the size is just increase the length, of the bag to the paper that you use. And the gussets actually stay the same, the width. Like, these are the gussets that I use to put the bags together. But the width of the gusset stays the same. It's just the height that you have to change with the bag. And if you do want more room in between your bags, then you would increase, of course, your width also, and just make sure you have an inch leeway on either side of the gusset, plus whatever you choose. Alright, so before we start anything, what I do is I need to clean this. I glue all my bags first. So I glue the flap down here. This is going to be a quick video. If you're hearing the humming behind the video in the background, shouldn't say behind the video, but in the background of the video, they're working on some pipes. It's like a water pipe thing down the street from me, and they've been doing it for 2 weeks, and the humming is like really getting to me. I want to go down there and shoot them all. It's crazy. I'm hoping they finish, because sometimes it feels like it's like a helicopter. I don't know if you ever heard of a helicopter up close and you go woo woo woo, but it's like really loud. Oh, I think they're breaking for lunch. It just calmed down. But it's been going on for 2 weeks. I cannot wait for them to finish. I mean, it's crazy. Alright, so let's just glue all these quick. And I'm also gluing the sides closed. And the only bags that I'm going to glue shut completely are the front and back cover. If you want to leave yours open, that's fine if you want to put tags in, but on my other journal I sealed them off for the front. In fact, I think I'm going to do that right now, because knowing me, I will forget. So I'm just going to drop in a little glue at the top on 2 of them, because I'm not going to put tags in mine, in the front and back cover. Alright, so but yeah, I can't wait. And again, we're getting more rain this weekend. I'm so tired of rain. I know other places, I've said it before on another video, that I should be happy it's rain, not snow, which I am. But I mean, this has been going on all winter. We've had more rain than we've had sunshine, and it's just getting depressing. And I don't know about you, but I'm home 24/7 unless I go to the store or whatever, because I don't work. And being home been stuck in the house all day, not being able to go out on the porch, or, you know, the only thing I do is walk around the yard a couple times with my dog when I take him out. But, you know, it's crazy. I want to get out there and soak up some sun. I mean, we get a day here and there that I can do that, and then it's right back to the clouds and rain. And this afternoon I went out there with the dog, and it was sleet. I'm like, sleet? That was supposed to be up in the mountains. But I'm not sure what it's doing out right now. I haven't gone out in a couple hours, but I'll be glad when spring's here to stay, I'll tell you. I'm sure a lot of other people will be too. Alright, the last one. Alright, these bags I didn't mention. These bags measure 3 inches by 6 3/4 inches. I forgot to mention that. Alright, so now this is the one I closed, and this is the one I closed. Okay. So the ones that I close at the top, one's going to be for the back and one's going to be for the front. And I'm going to put this one aside because this is going to be the back, and you always start with the back or the front, whichever you want to look at it. Okay, so now your bag 6 3/4 or whatever size you choose. So you need 5 gussets because you have 6 bags, and I cut mine at 6 3/4 by 2 1/4, and I scored a 1/4 inch down the middle of each one. So let's just go ahead, and I'm going to burnish all those. And I will have the measurements below, but like I said, if you choose a different size bag, you just got to account for that bag. It's not really difficult to do. And I've had a lot of wonderful comments from lovely ladies using my other paper bag method, and I'm glad that they're enjoying the tutorial. They enjoyed it, and it was helpful, and I'd love to see, you know, your creations and all that stuff. So, right. Okay, so now all the gussets are folded. So what we're gonna do is lay down one bag. Now make sure your tops are all going one way so that when you add tags, don't make a mistake and have one down the bottom. You don't want your tags going in the wrong way. Unless you want your book to look that way, that's fine. So I'm just making sure this is the right size. Okay, so now I am going to glue the gussets to the bag. So I take glue and I glue one side of the gusset. I'm sure you can hear that. It's getting loud again. This is crazy. This is what I've been hearing for 2 weeks now, if not longer. So I'm sure you're hearing it. It's crazy. I can't wait till they finish. I thought they were done. They had to replace this water pipe, and I thought they were done, and now they're digging up the area again. It's crazy. Alright, so now that's down. I burnished it, so now I'm going to glue the other side. Now with your bags on the inside, it doesn't matter which way you want them. They can go this way, whatever you like. Just try to put that down even, and what I do, I usually open up and I just burnish that down. Alright, now, so I just continue to do that until I attached all the bags. I love how easy these bags, journals go together. Especially if I'm not doing the journal pages in between. Like I have some that I made with journal pages. But if you're just putting these bags together and then that's it, they're ready to, as soon as you get them together, they're ready to decorate. So, quick. Once you get used to putting them together, they go really quick. So now I'm just making sure I'm careful lining up the bags on the gusset so to make sure everything is even. Having it a little off is not bad, but you don't want it really off, because then your journal will look crooked. I'm sure you can add more bags. If you want more bags, you can add more bags, but 6 seems to be a good number. But you can make it as fat as you want it, skinny as you want it. It doesn't matter, whichever you prefer. I wouldn't recommend double-sided tape putting these together, because in certain climates the double-sided tape will not stick, and you don't want your book, I said it before, you don't want your book, journals, or whatever you're making fall apart when you're giving it to someone, or especially if you sell your items. Oh no, I would be upset if I had spent good money on a journal or what anything I spent and come home and after using it for a while it falls apart. No. I wouldn't be happy, and I'm sure you wouldn't either. So I would recommend that you use glue to do this part. After you got it put together, then if you want to use double-sided tape on attaching the papers to the inside, that's fine, because that's what I use. I love using double-sided tape. It's just faster. But on certain things, oh damn, did you see what I just did? I'm talking and working at the same time. Ooh, I was going to add a gusset to a gusset. That wouldn't be good. Good thing I noticed. No, yeah. You wouldn't want your book to fall apart if you're giving it away to someone, or especially if you're selling it. So, but using it on inside here to decorate the pages, that's fine. If you're making a tag, that's fine. Anything else, but if you want to make sure it's not going to fall apart, use glue. Or use tape and glue. You can use both. I've seen a lot of people use both, and I've also used both myself. Last bag is the front. Now you see how easy they went together? That's why I like these little books. Now, how I did the spine to measurement. Some of these aren't sticking quite well yet. Still a little wet. Like I measured for the spine 3 5/8 across, 6 3/4, and then I scored a 1/2 inch on either side. And I'm just going to check, because depending on how they lay down, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I want to make sure they lay down evenly inside here. So let's see, I'm gonna add some glue. So now I'm gonna, this is the spine, and I will, like I said, have all the measurements below, and I will link the video to that newest journal that I just finished this morning. Excuse me. Yep, I think they all went to lunch, because now it's so quiet in here. When I'm watching TV, I have to put the TV up full out. Oh my god, it's such a pain in the butt. But they're on lunch right now, and I wish it would pour, because then they'd go home for sure. Alright, so now I have the glue, and I'm gonna line my pages, make sure they line up. And what I do is try to make sure they all line up good, and then I lay down the covers and I run my hand along there. You can also use burnish it a little, and then in between I usually take my hand, or you can take the burnishing too. Do that too, but I'd rather use my hand and just go down the spine. And your spine will sort of round, just like that, which gives your spine a cool look. Alright, so there you have it. That's how you put it together. And see here, it's a little uneven, so what I would do there, I would just trim that little bit off. So there you go. So that's how you do the paper bags the long way. Now the tags, you need 4 tags. I didn't make them, but I will tell you the measurements. There's 4 tags. Unless you keep these open, then there'll be 6 tags, but I close mine. They measure 3 1/4 by 7 1/8 this way, because I leave a little bit overhang so that I could use my tab punch and make a tab for the top, like I did here on the top here. I used my tab punch for there, but there's 4 of those, but in mine. But if you leave your tops open, even on your covers, on your cover, I should say, then there'll be 6. So that's how you put these together the long way. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to ask. Drop them below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And I will link the video of the finished product, my project, and I will write down all the directions so that you can go ahead and make your book. And I will give you a link to my Facebook page, That way you can show me after you created your own. I love to see your work and share it on my Facebook page and the group that I have, which is Sheila's Mini Creations. I actually have two, Sheila's Mini Creations and my cardstock creations, plus my personal page. But however you find me, I will link below a couple of my pages and stuff. And yeah, so you have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully you're gonna have some nice warm sun to enjoy. Our weekend's gonna be cloudy and rainy, so send some of that sunshine my way. No, I think next week's gonna be a little better, a little warmer, a little more sun. Okay, so that's enough. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sheila, and today, excuse me, I'm going to do a part 2 to this, excuse me, paper bag journal. I'm going to show you how I put my cover on, and I'm going to put in some decorative paper. So, for the cover, you can use whatever you like, material, paper, whatever you think you want to use. So what I did to measure out the piece of paper, the piece that I needed, I got some burlap, and this burlap actually is laminated. My other piece, my other one was not laminated, but this one is. So what I did, I just got a roll of this at Michael's in the fabric, and where the fabric and yarn is, that's where I found this at Michael's. So what I did is just lay down my book opened, and then I just cut out the piece that I needed. I don't need all this, but I just cut it out big enough, you know, for the cover. Now on this, all I did was cut out, and I left a little bit overhang on the cover, and then I just have a fringe. On this one, I'm going to leave an overhang, but I'm not sure how well it's going to fringe because, like I said, it's laminated on one side. But I'm not going to, like, fold this in at all. I'm just going to cut it right around once I got this glued down. Okay? So, that's how I did my cover. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take my glue, and I'm going to glue all around my cover. I'm going to make sure I put enough that it's going to hold it nicely for me. I thought I'd get a couple of tutorials out of the way today. And this is quick to put together. It's not a bad project. So I like how fast it went together. Alright, so now I'm going to open this back up, which is going to prove difficult for me. So I think I'm just going to lay that down up there for a minute. I'm just going to lie it down. Like that. Oops. And I'm going to take my burnishing tool and rub it on both sides. Just spread out that glue. Now you could sew. You could take your sewing machine and sew around each side, I guess. I don't know how easy that would be. I haven't tried that yet. And then I'm also gonna go in between each thing and try to get the glue to spread on the spine here. Alright. So, normally I would let this dry some before I start messing with it, but because I'm doing a video, I'm hoping that it will stay down. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to trim off around, and I'm going to leave just a tiny edge all the way around. I don't know. This piece is driving me crazy. Need that. Alright, so I'm just going to trim off. I'm standing up to do this so I can get a better. I'm going to stay a little close, maybe leave like just a little, and I'm not being careful of making it even, because after all, it's a junk journal. I'm just being mindful that it's not too close. It doesn't have to be even, which I'm not being careful, like I said. I want it to look rough. Alright, so that's that. So now I don't know how easy that's going to be to fray. I don't even know if I can, because it's laminated, but well, I guess I can make it a little rough. I try my hardest, but oops. Alright, I think I'm gonna wait and let that dry some first before I go any further. Alright, so that's the outside. Now the inside, I still had some of this lovely paper left over, so I cut out, you're gonna need 10 pieces of paper, cardstock, paper or cardstock, that measure 3 3/8 by 6.5. And what I did, same with the other book, my other one, I did 2 pages the same paper throughout. So that's what I decided here. Now here is where you can use your double-sided tape. And it shouldn't matter. So that's what I'm going to do. Use my AGT tape. I love this tape. It just makes it quicker for me than gluing, or even that other double-sided tape that you have to go back and then peel off the backing. No, I don't like doing that. I'm impatient, and to me that's one extra step that I just don't want to do. But that's me. So now I'm just going to measure and lay it down. And I'm leaving enough room so you can see the white. Now here is a pattern. You have to make sure you lie it down the right way, not upside down. So make sure when you're using pattern paper, you check to see which way it goes, because especially if you're using double-sided tape, once you lay it down, it's not going to be easy to get back up. So now see, I'm already. Nope. See, on these bags they're a little forgiving because there's some kind of wax, I think, on them. So there. How come that still doesn't look even? I'm not going to worry about that right now. Some of these bags, sometimes they're not quite even. So that's where your paper might not lie down even, because the bags aren't perfect on some of them. So it doesn't matter. You can always go ahead and cover that up later with some embellishment. And what I'm doing, I'm actually trying to line mine up with the spine, so I know I'm not covering the gusset, because you do that, your book won't close right. My nose is running a little. I know, too much information. Okay. So I want to hear if you guys are enjoying these videos with the paper bags. If you create your own, I would love to see them. And I will give you the link to my pages on Facebook. And also, like I said in the first video, I will put the link for the video of the finished journal that I just completed today. Now, if you're going to use something for a closure besides eyelets, like say you were going to use ribbon, I would put your ribbon down on the covers, on the inside covers first, before you add your paper. That way you can try to cover the ends. But if you're going to use grommets, not grommets, are they grommets? Eyelets. Or grommets, whatever they're called. I guess they're called both. But if you're going to use those, then you really don't have to worry about that. You can put your paper in. That's why I'm not worried, because I'm going to use the eyelets again in this journal. And I don't know if you are familiar with the lovely lady who's the Bohemian Crafter, I think her name is. But I love watching her. She's got such an infectious laugh. I just love her. But when I was watching one of her videos, she was telling everybody that she was putting in her eyelets wrong, and it took her forever to figure out. And she watched someone else's video, and that's how she learned. She was doing it wrong the whole time, which I was doing it wrong the whole time also. I was putting the grommets down and in the wrong way, so they would crumble. And I was getting so frustrated, and I ruined so many. Yeah, this page didn't lie down right again. I was getting so frustrated because, you know, those aren't cheap. Unless you can find them cheaper online somewhere, they really aren't cheap. So when you ruin them, that's frustrating. But watching her and watching that video, she was having the same problem, but she found out how to actually put them in. And I will show you what I'm talking about when I'm done with this. I mean, I'm like, are you kidding me? Because even on the paper that comes with the package shows you a picture, and even with that I thought I was doing it right, but come to find out I was doing it wrong. And I'm not having much luck laying down this paper today. Alright, that's good. Okay. Alright, so now, you see, I left a rough edge, which that's what I wanted. If you want, you can sew around it or do whatever you want, but that's how I'm going to leave mine. Okay, so get my grommets. Get my tool. You know, and I even bought a smaller grommet tool, and it was never working right either. So I bought this, which is from We Are Memory Keepers, and I was still doing it wrong. So aggravating. So I'm going to put a grommet on the front and back cover and one in the spine. So I need 3, and I think this time I'm going to use like the goldish, gold dish, is that even a word? The gold color. So what I do is take my ruler and take something that you'll be able to see on the dark material. So, excuse me. Alright, so, and make a mark, oh, excuse me, in the middle, and I'm doing it front and back. Try to get them even. But right now I'm just going to do the front and the back. Change. I'm going to make it to the 3/16 hole, because that's what these are. Put it in there, line it up where I want to put the hole. Make the hole on the other side. Alright, so now I'm putting it back to the front, so when you close, this comes down. So for these 3/16 hole on your big bite, you want, let me see, where's the letter on there? You want letter A at the top, and at the bottom you want, holy cow, I think that's a 1. So 1 on the bottom and A at the top. Now this is what I was doing wrong. I was putting, now you want the good side to be on the outside, okay? So you put that in. But when I went to put it in this machine, I was putting it in with the back side up. You actually have to put that facing down, and I didn't know that. So you put it in there and you face it down over the thing, and then you squeeze, and then voila, a perfect one almost every time. I haven't, since I've been doing it this way, I haven't messed up at all. Now that I said that, watch, I jinxed myself. So you want the good side on the outside, the good smooth side, and then you're gonna put this at the top. Did I just say that right? And the back side that's gonna smush at the bottom underneath, and you line that up with the bottom, and then squish, and ta-da, there you go. So if you didn't know before, now you know now. Okay, so now I want to put one on my spine, which is in the middle. I want to put a hole in the middle. So I'm going to bring this back to the 3/16, and this time I'm just going to eyeball it, because I know we're on the middle. You don't want it too close to the top. So that's about it. So and now I'm going to lay that in there like that. Oops. Make sure you bring your thing back. Did I do that right? Oh, see, I had to go and ruin it. I don't know if I could fix that. It didn't lay down right. See, I had to say, jinx myself. It didn't work completely right, but I think I could salvage it. I didn't line it up right, so that was my fault. But I got my trusty little tool here, and I might be able to save that. Yeah, just making sure it's smooth because you don't want someone to cut themselves. Alright, so that's how you do the grommet. So now your journal, besides making the tags, everything, like I have 2 pockets I made here, but you could do whatever you like. But now your book is ready to embellish, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. And I will, like I said, I will have the tutorial down. I might combine these videos because actually they're not too long, so I think I will just make one long video. And yeah, because they're not too long. And anyway, thank you so much for watching. Any comments or questions, please feel free to ask. I can't wait to see your finished projects. I will give you my link to my pages, and I would love to hear from you. And you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you're going to have some sunshine, and thank you so much for your support and your comments. I enjoy hearing from you. And if you like these videos, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, and have a wonderful weekend, and thank you so much for watching.